Yes, guys. Uh, Now you are welcome for the next session, and the next process is now going. We are going to carry out what's called evaporation, and the machine or an equipment which you are going to use for evaporation is this. This is what we call the rotary evaporator, and we are going to introduce the sample into a round bottom flask. Then we ensure that we carry out the process. Now, we find that what is the part of this machine? So, this machine is called rotary vacuum evaporator. The vacuum, this is the vacuum. This one is the vacuum, very heavy. This is the vacuum, yeah, which is going to ensure that the extract, the steam is sucked and get cooled. The next part is called water bath. This one is the water bath. This one is now, we call it the rotary evaporator. This is what is called rotary evaporator. And this section is called a condenser. This one is the condenser to ensure that any steam coming from inside is cooled. The next component of this machine is this section and this section. Now, let's need to remove the flask which are being used in this. This is the round bottom flask. Yeah, this flask is inserted inside here, and then it is being clipped. This is called, yeah, a clip. You clip it that way. The next one is another round bottom flask, and it is the one which is going to hold our to collect our recovered solvent, that is the methanol which we use. This one is for the sample, and the sample will be, as the heating process will take place, the sample is going to be evaporated because the vacuum will be able to build and suck the steam, and when the steam is has reached at the condenser, it will be cooled because the coil for tap water, which will be running continuously, is also here. This is the tap water, and this is the pipe. The tap water gets entries into the lower section, and it will come out using another pipe. This pipe is for letting water out. Yes, the pipe of the vacuum is here. It's connected to the vacuum pump. Yeah, this is where it is connected, the vacuum pump. And the vacuum pump have got a meter which will read up to 10, 20, 30, 40, up to 100. Yeah, that's the lower meter. The upper meter is reading 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. Very good. So this one is also going to be clamped here. So let's now ensure that we introduce our sample into the sample flask and proceed to the next step. Thank you. Very good. So remove it. I will pick our sample, which was methanol extract sample. It was 90 around 93 ml. It was 100, but we lost like some 3 ml. 97 ml, yes, below some 3 ml. So we concentrate this into this rotary evaporator. We place it there, we clamp it, yeah, now the solvent is there. The extract is there waiting to be concentrated. That's the menstruum which was there. So what is the next step after you have introduced that? Now it is time to introduce this other one here. Yes, it's ready hanging. The next step is to ensure that there's water running inside the coil. There's water running. So I have to put my water on. Yeah. So the coil, there's continuous water movement inside the coil for cooling. Then the next step is to ensure that the temperature is set, because this extract methanol has got a boiling point of around what is the boiling point of water? The boiling point, oh no, sorry, the boiling point of methanol. Around 68 degrees Celsius. Yeah. Ethanol is 78. This one is 65 to 68 degrees Celsius is the boiling point for methanol. So the next step is to ensure that we dip. This is the handle. This is the handle of this evaporator. Yeah, and this part is going to be used to release the pressure, the vacuum. This is where we're going to release the vacuum and even lock the vacuum. Right? So let's dip it inside the boiling water. Yeah, I've set my temperature at 45. So, but remember also not to introduce high temperature. Like for example, if methanol is boiling at 68 degrees Celsius or 65, yeah, don't set exact same temperature. Let it be at most at a lower temperature, that is around 40 to 45, so that you don't decompose or you don't destroy the active ingredient which you are expecting to find, to extract here. So now the next step is to put the rotary on. It is on, you can see. Then you let it rotate at one, because the rotary evaporator has got stages of rotation. At the first stage, it is at the first stage. The second one, you increase the rotation slowly by slowly. Don't make the rotation exactly at 10. That one, you might find yourself in danger in a way that the flask might come out and even break. So increase the rotation slowly by slowly, consistently. After first rotation, give it second rotation, third rotation, fourth, fifth, and let it stand there. Let it stand there. At the same time, check on the vacuum, and let me put on the vacuum. Now, the vacuum is on. And now, I'm confirming that the meter is moving towards 10, and it will stand between 15 pressure and 50. So let the pressure build until it reaches a point whereby it will be able to, already it is built inside here. At the same time, ensure that you close this one. If they are loose, you lock the pressure. You lock the pressure first. So ensure that there is nothing is being released, coming out. There's no pressure moving out of this section. Yeah. The next thing now is to see and wait for the occurrence to take place. So let's wait and see. We'll be able to start seeing something moving here. The steam is being condensed and the liquid is dropping inside this round bottom flask, which is used for collecting the solvent. Yeah. So I'm seeing steam is I've started moving inside the the condenser, and let's monitor it very carefully. So I want you to see whatever is taking place. I will let it bring it closer for you to see it very clearly. Yeah, very good. So don't worry, just observe. I will bring it closer to you to see what is taking place. Just be patient with me a bit. I want to ensure that you see whatever is taking place. Yeah. So I'm still finding the yes. I want you to see this section. You see the water dropping. Let's see. You can see the water is moving. This steam is being condensed. It's moving and dropping inside here. That is the way it is taking place. See the way it is rotating. Yeah. So let's give it time to continue. Yeah, just give it time to continue with the process. So again, you can see yes, you can see the condensation. It is ensuring that the solvent comes out completely and being collected here. You can see that is where they are being collected here. Yeah, this is where they are being collected. And the steam is being cooled here, and then it trickles down into this. Yes, and see that. Very interesting. And now, when you move to the other side, yeah, you can see whatever is taking place over here. Yeah, you can see. The condensation is taking place, sorry, the evaporation, and now we are ensuring that we are going to get a good concentrate. So you can even add the speed slowly by slowly, and be careful to avoid the turbulence in the water inside that water bath. Yes, you can see very interesting activity inside this flask. Inside this flask, you can see. Yeah, you can see how the solution is moving inside the flask. Yes, very interesting, very interesting, very interesting. And see, condensation is taking place, sorry, concentration is taking place over there. Let's concentrate there now. Almost, almost ready. It's getting more concentrated, getting more concentrated. Can see. Can even add some rotation. That is a process taking place. Yes. So it is very interesting. Avoiding the turbulence. The concentrate is almost, can even lift it up a bit and see. Yeah, it's almost concentrated. Let us take it back. For the last round, yes, that is the process of solvent extraction. Yes, so it is a very interesting process in pharmacy. Very interesting process in pharmacy. Yeah, very interesting process. Yes, it's almost over. So I think we can let it be at that state. We are going to pick it. So the next step is to stopping this. So I'm gonna stop it from rotation. Then I put this off. Yeah. Whatever is being has been collected is this. The this is now the solvent which was used in that process. That's been collected over here. You can see. Yeah. Every part of the equipment has played its role. So the next step is to ensure that this system, yeah, up to the far end, this one, this is the vacuum pump. I will put it off. Now the vacuum pump is off. Once the vacuum pump is off, I will go along this system and release the vacuum now. I've released the vacuum. So once I've released the vacuum, it gives me an opportunity to come and remove this extract which is contained inside here, this concentrate. You can see this is the concentrate, very thick concentrate. Yeah. That is the concentrate. Very thick. You can even see it's concentrated. So that is the process. So let's get back to the whole process. I will be able to ensure that nothing, you are not left behind. And I'm very grateful for your Mulia. Sorry. So grateful for that. Just ensuring that it is able to capture everything. Yes. So that is the process. The next step which I'm gonna carry out is now to transfer this inside this container. This is a beaker. But before you do that, you have to measure the weight of the beaker. So once you measure the weight of this beaker, you write the weight of the beaker. If it is 32 grams, you write it here. Then it's when you introduce the extract inside the beaker and you take it to an oven to dry, because I can see the extract is still in semi-solid in nature. It now requires to be dried completely, slowly by slowly, inside uh, inside a drying oven at about 30 to 37 degrees Celsius or 30 to 35 degrees Celsius for complete drying process. Okay, so let me collect the next step. So just a minute. Yes, I'm back. So here I will label my beaker. That's methanol extract, acacia, yes, back. And now I've labeled it. So I have to weigh it first. You first of all introduce the label. You write the label and you place it on this beaker and you weigh them together. So let me weigh. Can weigh it here. Let me put the power on. Yeah. You just put it on. So don't worry. It's a very good process. Let's weigh 0. Then introduce that. So the weight of this beaker is 29.6. So it is 29.6, which I am indicating here. Weight beaker 29.6 grams. So that once I've introduced my extract inside this beaker and it has already dried, if maybe the drying sample is 35, so I will tear out the weight of the beaker out of the original sample. So it is 35 minus 29, and the resultant grams, the resultant weight is the weight of the real extract, which was found during the process. So that is the way we do carry out extraction process under maceration until we come up with a real extract of either solid, semi-solid, or liquid in nature. So that is the end of this practical, guys. But before we move to the end of this practical, let's first of all introduce the sample inside here and let us take it to an oven for complete dryness. So I have to remove this. First of all, I will remove this section. Yes, you can see, very thick, very thick, very, very thick. Yes. Now, we'll introduce it here. Introduce it inside this container or here. Yeah, you can see, very thick. Any other material which remains here, ensure that it comes out, all of it, using the same solvent which is remaining here. You soak it with that, you can return it here to concentrate again. You time it until everything is collected over here. Once you rinse this any remaining solvent again, you go and pour it. This recovered solvent is going to be used in the other mark which was left there on the bench awaiting the second process of maceration. Right? Good. So let's place this one here. And now we are moving to an oven for drying of our sample. That is the next step. Yes, so welcome guys back. This is the oven. This is the oven which we are going to use in this practical for drying our sample. So this is the sample. This is the sample which we prepared over here, and it's the one which we are going to use to dry it in the oven. This is the oven. Yeah. So maybe as I pass over this side, hope you can see me clearly. Yeah. You open the oven, and before you place that, ensure the temperature is 30. So you set it to 30. It's already set into 30 degrees. It is already set. So it is still at 21 until it reaches 30. Yeah, this is the targeted temperature. Then this sample now, I will introduce it here until the time it will dry completely. It depends the nature of the sample. It might take 2 days, 3 days, or somewhat might even take the whole 1 week. So just give it time as long as the temperature is not going to interfere with the active constituents of that sample. So it is a very interesting process, guys, which I would like you to love it more. And in future, when you'll be doing this process somewhere in pharmaceutical industry, you are going to do it and ensure that you achieve the standard of drug evaluation. Sawa sawa. So I'm so grateful for your time, and this is the first day we are meeting this semester once again, and I'm still calling for your cooperation. I'll be there with you guys, and I would like to end the practical at the moment. May God bless you. Have a blessed time, blessed evening. Take care. Na mjichunge bwana. Chunge corona. Okay. See you guys. Thank you.